We're back. We made it to week 2. How are we
Week
doing?
2. They've had us back on, guys. They've actually let us back on.
It's always a bit smoother than last week. The last week was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Good.
It was.
The music's still rolling a bit.
Yeah,
Let's keep it going. Not to get through today. Transfer deadline day. Getting the Luton game as well.
We're all here. We're all here.
Tonight. It's going to be good. Just uploading on our channel as well, so make sure you check that one out as well after this stream, lads. But how are we doing? It's nearly Friday.
Let's say hello to all the 100 members. How are we doing? Oh, I kind of like it with the rock music.
Keep the tunes on. Been a good start to the season. It's been a good start to the season. Yeah, it's a lot of buzzes.
Lovely. Guys, good evening, also Will Frank.
Come on, you're right.
Got Art checking in.
2 PM at work. Man, dedication that is.
2 PM at work. Whereabouts are you, mate? Let's know where you are. Happy with new signings, potential addition. Players like Brown, Obama. Yes.
Got Downs, yeah. Downs obviously is South. I hope he gets a bit more minutes now to South. But yeah, Mabamba, yeah. Especially bring another striker in. Does Mabamba 5 minutes this season? Obviously, we've got Lincoln coming up in the cup. That's a game I hope he gets minutes as well. Canada, Scott, good man. It's nice to see you on the stretch. I've got power in Canada actually. Move that there.
Very nice. Hello, Barry. How you doing, son? How are you? I think Barry was on here last Thursday. Hey, Beast. Hello, Chris Merlo. Graham. Hi. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
November to stay. Ings the ghost striker in, and I can see
The thing is, Danny Ings is on a shitload of money. Like Danny Ings is earning wedge. I mean, he probably doesn't. I read something in the week about Danny Ings. It was like, yeah, I'm happy to stay. Obviously, Ward-Prowse has come in, but I reckon he wants to just sit out a bit more of his wage package for a few weeks because he ain't gonna get that anywhere else, is he? I think he's on 100 grand.
He is. Canada. Oh, what's that one?
Oh yeah, I thought that was Cressy.
Where is that one gone? Steve.
What one? Oh, it's got to be you.
It's got to be me with
Aaron
Cresswell.
Have you been called Aaron Cresswell before?
No, I've not. Do you know what I've been called before, Steve? I've been called Jordan Hugel.
God, what a player!
What a player!
Can't wait to walk out of all the bubbles.
Yeah, absolute West Ham legend.
Evening, Steve.
Hi guys, how you doing, Gary? I'll spend a few minutes saying hello to the team.
Cheers, Barry. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're still getting used to the platform, but we've got a few good bits coming up this week, so hopefully it's going to be a good one.
We've been tighting around with all the banners and whatnot, getting used to the platform that the West Ham Network family all use. So get used to the new one. Subscribe now on YouTube. Have your West Ham view.
Big one on that. We're 2 subscribers away from 100. So
2.
Yes, let's get there. Let's push there tonight. Let's get through the stream first, and then if you want to jump on and check our channel,
whole 100 subscribers. We've obviously been going since sort of December. For you the guys that don't know, but let me just. Bang this one on this. I've been working on this one for weeks.
Look at that. Subscribe, get the notifications on.
Let's get Gary out of the way. Let's get the old.
I'm not sure about the picture of me at the bottom. Bloody hell. It's done me dirty there, isn't it? But it looks good. It looks good.
Subscribe, turn the notifications on for our channel. But ultimately, we're here today on the West Ham Network, and we want to talk about
Deadline day. It's got to be done.
Deadline day predictions, right? We've got to talk about it. It's tomorrow. Loads going on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Luton away.
Big game. I'm hearing Tim Steidon won't be there. He'll probably be doing the old transfers, won't he? Yeah,
can't be there, can he? He can't be
there. He don't fancy going either, does he? To be honest.
Kenilworth Road, does he? Don't blame him. He's not here. His private jet flying either Yuri over or Hugo or what's his name? Hugo Kostic. Who could it be? Even this Pedro guy from Flamengo. If he's still in Brazil, is he more likely to try and get a deal over the line for someone who we've been scouting in Brazil? You don't know. Back to the chat. Let's have a
evening, West Ham family. Reckon 4 hours will stay. I do hope so.
You two lads are far too cool and good looking. Where's Anton and Russ? Who are you talking about? Are you talking about
Mark Noble,
Bonzo and Brooklyn behind us?
Crossbow and Noble, are we? Yeah, no, it needs some fresh faces, obviously. No, I'm only joking. Evening. Just made it to 999, I wish.
99 subscribers on
one more.
Who's number 100? Come on, we ain't leaving.
Let us know. Tweet us. We'll give you a match day program if you're number 100.
I'll tell you what, the 100th subscriber, is going to be getting a retro program.
Yeah, we'll pick one out in a minute.
We're going to send you a retro program.
Should we get rolling now? Should we get rolling?
Yeah, well, I need to see who's the 100th subscriber.
Yeah, they can tweet us. We'll keep an eye on the Twitter. Yeah, definitely. yeah, no, I think deadline day talk. Obviously, last day's tomorrow. There's going to be a lot going on. There always is. I wonder where. Do you remember Peter Odawingie back in the day? He used to just drive to every training ground, didn't he?
Peter Odawingie, he pulled up at QPR on deadline day. I think it was when Harry Redknapp was there. And yeah, he was demanding.
Yeah.
Weren't he? I mean, deadline day, I don't know if it's the same as it used to be, especially for Sky. Tim Stardom will be cloning himself. So
let's hope so.
Next country. That'll be quality. Do you know what I did hear?
101, Ben.
101, unlucky Ben.
Give us a tweet, Ben. We still give you something.
Yeah, 100 and 101. There you go. Ben will get a retro program. I've got so many. You just send me the game and I'll have it. And yeah, what I was going to say was about the whole cloning himself thing.
Yeah.
So the Saudi Arabians have set up shop, right, in Cannes, in France, south of France, I think it is. Might be wrong there. Don't shoot me down if I am. But they've set up in France, and they're trying to get all these European deals over the line.
Yeah, scary.
I do believe
they're interested in Antonio. I don't think we'll leave.
I do believe that the Saudi Arabian deadline isn't tomorrow, so
they've got a week. I think. Yeah,
it's European, isn't it? So,
yeah. We'll wait and see. Obviously, Salah as well. That's a big one. I know it's not West Ham related, but I'm hearing over £1 million a week. Jesus Christ, it's mental. That's to be Cressy's brother.
Absolutely not. He's my brother. Right, Barry. I want to talk about this Hugo Ekitike geezer. Looks a lot taller than. I mean, he's still tall, but I'm 6'6", he's 6'4", so 6'2".
I stand up. I'm taller than him.
Bollocks. 6'2". He's really skinny, again, like me. But end of the day, he's got good feet. He's got really good feet. I know he said this about Hallow and all that, but he's a young. How old is he? He's got to be.
Well, he's 6'2", isn't he? So
21.
21 years
21. Old. He's only just turned 21 as well. So he's a young lad. He's only actually ever played one Liga game.
I've been called a young Harry Maguire. I don't think I'll take that one. I'm sorry, I don't think I'll take that one.
A young Harry Maguire.
But yeah, no, back to go on.
You ain't going to sleep tonight now. No. I want Hugo Ekitike. I think why not? Let's give it a go. He looks decent in the Champions League games that he's played, and he played in 3 French Cup games as well.
Do you know what though? I think I do hope. I mean, Antonio's had a fantastic start to the season, so I assume he'd be second choice. But we talk about strikers, and it's still kind of related to the deadline day, really. Like is Danny Ings going to be there end of the window? Jesse Lingard might come in. He can play in that centre forward role sometimes. You've got, what is the backup going to be? The Bamba's still in the squad. Do we need another striker?
Yeah, I think
depends who goes. It's going to be mental. Tomorrow's going to be mental.
Cornet, obviously, he was at Burnley under Dyche. Everton are in turmoil. They even nearly they ended up winning on pens last night
against Doncaster. I think they might have nicked it 2-1. Yeah,
but I mean they were 1-0 down. Should have been 2 just before half time. I don't know if you saw that. Should have been 2 as well. But
funny enough,
they got through it.
It was bottom of the EFL against bottom of the Premier League. So what a game that is!
What a game.
That was us last season. So
we can't say
so. But he's a good player. I haven't seen much of him, but I think I just want that depth. I do worry about signing strikers on a permanent. I think Moyes made a good shout a few weeks ago where he was like, I'd like to get them on loan and see how they do rather than just spending the big money. I think that strikers don't settle in.
Look at the loans you've had over.
Lanzini was a loan.
That's the one really that screams out to me. I say look at the loans you've had over the years. Really,
it's
the Lanzini one, and I think that's a better way of doing it. I think everyone
it's risk-free, really, isn't it?
Strikers right before closing Vlasic vibes. Yeah, but it's just West Ham. This is what we do. This is how we do it. It's whether it be Carlton Cole or whoever, doesn't matter. Just
talking of Carlton Cole, he dug Declan Rice out the week, didn't he? I saw that. I think he's like Declan Rice ain't a West Ham legend, and he said something about apparently Carlton Cole actually said, "I see West Ham as a stepping stone club," and he was saying, "Oh, I'm still here 18 years later" or something.
Yeah, he said in a Happy Hour podcast with Jack May in the week, he said about how he needed media training because he said he was going to use West Ham as a stepping stone in his first interview. Still here 18 years later. But the key thing is for us to sign a striker, as we were saying, somebody's got to go, especially if we want to get Jesse Lingard as well. Because if we want to get Jesse Lingard, then the space has got to be freed up. What do you think? Is the jury out on Jesse Lingard? Because we're going to have to make room. We're going to have to make.
We're going to have to make room. We spoke about this last week, didn't we? By the way, don't tell Russ. I've just exposed you, unfortunately, Mike. So I'm going to put it away now. Hopefully, you didn't see. But that was interesting. But yeah, no, I do think. I think Jesse Lingard. I mean, the fans, as you said last week about the booing, overdoing the cheering. I think it will just cause that negativity around the training ground. Not necessarily the players, but the fans that we don't need. We're on a high at the minute, personally. You know, he's probably going to train for a few more weeks, but I'd like to bring in another striker. Maybe I don't know how much about Yuri Alberto or.
Yeah. I mean, he's played quite a few games. He's only 22, but you've seen the stuff on Twitter where he has really bad games. He has some good ones. Don't know a lot about him. He plays in the Brazilian league. I just feel, obviously with Lingard, there's no rush to get it done. The only rushing side of it is actually getting players out the door. Because if we want to bring him in, then players have got to go.
Exactly.
And that's going to either be Cornet. Ings has come out and said he wants to fight for his place. Fanny Dings.
There's two reasons, as I just mentioned. JWP's in, and he's on a lot of wedge, so he doesn't want to go anywhere because he won't get paid that again. Let me tell you, he will not.
Paul, I know the exact moment you're referring to that was satisfying for most people was when he headed that one off the line. You see it and you think, great, well done, Ings, you come on and done something. But for me, as soon as he come on, well, actually, he was needed to come on because Antonio come off for. It wasn't it because it was
Antonio came off for Kira, I think, wasn't it?
Kira. Yeah, it was Kira, right?
Yeah.
So the shape was absolutely all over the place. No one knew where they were playing. So when Ings come on, I just look at him and I don't think he really puts the effort in. Mubama was on there. If he was up there up top, he'd have something to prove every second that he's on the pitch. Where Ings, I don't see him run that ball down. I don't.
And away day at Brighton, with 3-1 down under the cosh, you can't take that away from him. And I don't think when he comes on, what is his job? Is it to score goals? No, it's probably to do that. So I think there's a case there. Ings come on not to probably get the fourth, probably to shut up shop. So you know what more can you ask from him? Like
Leicester away.
Yeah, no, but that's we're not talking about Leicester away.
I'm talking about Ings.
Yeah, I am as well. If you bring him on against Brighton,
Leicester away. That one when it was
I know, but we was crap last season. Talking about this season, if you bring in other
examples,
I know, but I'm trying to stay positive. He's being negative. Ings comes on at 3-1. You're not asking for him to score. You're asking him to see the game out.
No, but he's also a striker and needs to score goals. If he wants to get into the team, then it's when he is on the pitch, he needs to score goals.
Yeah, maybe. But Mbappe, I don't think he's good enough.
Nah,
Antonio,
dead baller.
Is he even good enough to make the bench? Obviously, you've got Divine Bamba. He's probably more of a prospect, but I'll leave that with you guys.
I'll leave that with you.
But yeah, no.
Look, let's. Paqueta's going nowhere, right? And really, you can confirm that on the basis that Matheus Nunes has gone from Wolves to City. What we can talk about on that front is the fact that Nunes has ended up going on strike.
Yeah,
he's basically said, "I'm not playing." He only signed for them a year ago.
A bit like Paqueta, but it's just the attitude, isn't it? Yeah,
it's the attitude's different, and the fact that Paqueta is still putting the work in. I mean, how he played against Chelsea. Yeah,
unbelievable. There was one moment, wasn't there, in the corner where we thought, oh no, like why have you stopped? But then looking back at the whole game, he played unreal. Yeah. And I think a few of the reporters on Sky and a lot did actually say his head's been turned, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't see none of that. All the training pictures, every time he stepped up on the pitch, he was, our best player. So yeah, the way Nunes has reacted, it makes me feel a lot better about, the Paqueta situation, etc. as well.
100%. And then Kudos, obviously, in contention for Friday. We'll get on to Luton tomorrow. But what
tomorrow?
Luton tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we will. Yeah, I thought you said we were going to talk about it tomorrow.
No. As in Luton playing tomorrow, Friday night. But Kudos, I don't know if you've all seen it. So he's been in his hometown. Obviously, there's the Ghanaian Hammers, isn't there? We'd love to maybe get them on one day or whatever. But he's supplied them all with t-shirts of him signing for the club. Should have got a picture up actually, but that's quality.
Yeah, it's quality. He's done a great job, Kudos. I saw today. I think Halsey did a little quote retweet about him donating as well to Ghana since he joined the club. Food, water. What a legend! He's just joined the club and he's still. I think he did it in the Ironcast podcast. He did say, didn't he, as well? I'm going to reach out to him and get him a sign and stuff. So it's nice that he's a man of his word.
Yeah, true. Just quickly, guys, join our Facebook group, the West Ham View. Become one of the 38,000 plus members. So although we only started our podcast in December, we've been going for 10 years, really, if you look at the group. So go on Facebook, join the Facebook group. There'll be 3 questions you've got to answer to get in there. Just put West Ham Network, West Ham Network, West Ham Network as your 3 answers. So we know that you've come from today's live, and then we'll just get you in there because hundreds of requests because West Ham is so massive. Everyone wants to join us. So yeah, that was just a quick one.
Definitely.
I'm gonna do another sellout as well.
Go for it, yeah.
Do us a favour and hit that like button.
Yeah, go on. Let's get the likes up. I don't know what we got last week. Let's try and beat it though. We'll have a look at that.
100%.
So last few bits on the deadline day stuff. Obviously, is coming up tomorrow. It's creeping up. Outgoings and all. Like obviously, as you said about Sean Dyche being interested in Ings. Obviously, he used to coach him at Burnley, I suppose. Cornet's another one.
And Cornet.
Yeah, that's it. Cornet's another one. So, what do you think? Do you think we should hold on to him? Do you think Kudus has just basically made, is he even worth?
I just feel sorry for Cornet. Yeah, because the guy has had a freak injury. We're signing people like Kudus. You've got Fornals who's above him in the packing order. I know he's a bit different.
Yeah.
But where does Cornet sit in the sort of?
It's a shame the injury let him down.
I just think when he has had his chances, he's done all right. Like the cameo against Chelsea, he seems to put it in.
Those early European games he did.
Yeah. He needs a proper run in the team, and
Definitely.
Is he going to get it? We're in a lot of competitions, more than Spurs now, so maybe he would. We need squad depth, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But as Hammers Mikey said on that one, just pick that one there, Tom.
Yeah.
Cornet, Cresswell, Johnson.
Get him off the wage bill. Get him off there. I mean, Cresswell's with me at the moment. What do you think, Cresswell?
I'd like to stay at the club. Yeah, of course.
I think Helen also mentioned about the England stuff. We're going to jump into that, Helen, later on in the episode. Just talk about, that's a robbery. Bowen and James Ward-Prowse not getting called up. We will definitely dive into that later on, so make sure you stick around. I'm fuming at that. I don't want to talk about it for too long because it would probably ruin my mood, to be honest. But, I think keeping Fornals, I do hope we keep Fornals. I do think that he's a massive player in the dressing room and all, and with the fans, a relationship. Chloe loves him, obviously, didn't she?
As we said last week, right? Lingard, Fornals.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go against AZ. On TV as well. Do you want to put that back on?
Sure.
I think we've covered a fair amount on deadline day. Obviously, Euro Belt, I've seen some clips of him. Doesn't look too convincing. But overall, I'm happy with the squads. If we didn't bring anyone in tomorrow and we kept it as it was, I'd be very satisfied. However, we can move on to, I guess, the next part of the episode, unless you've got any more transfer bits you want to go over.
No, I'm all there.
So the next bit here is a bit more interactive. We'll probably end up arguing after this bit because it's about our lineup predictions for Luton coming up tomorrow. Obviously, it's a big game. Sam's just playing around with West Ham view bits. But yeah, do you want to set up the lineup predictions for Luton then? Because I don't mind jumping first.
We're going into lineups, right? So this is Tom's line. Can we do mine? Because I'm going to get slated by everyone.
Yeah, let's make sure you do slate as well,
and then you'll have the positivity. Right, let's
get the comments up as well.
Up that way. Boom. Yeah. Right. So I want to go with the same shape, 4-1-4-1. Now, stupidly, I put Susek in there because I believe with the concussion rule,
I don't think he can play.
I don't think he can play. I hope he can. But if he can't, I still want to stick with 4-1-4-1 with Paqueta in there and Benrahma on the wing. I don't want to just go for Kudus straight away. He's not going to, is he?
Yeah,
he's not going to put Kudus in there straight away. We know that. So yeah, Paqueta in the middle instead of Susek and Benrahma on the left. And I think it worked a treat. Why change it? Yes, we said this in our episode. Just
most people check that one out after.
We recorded it about an hour ago and we've uploaded it. If we play the way we've played in the opening 3 games, then it's not gonna work against sides like Luton or lesser teams because they're going to have respect for us and they're not even going to probably. We will naturally have the ball more on tomorrow night.
Yeah,
and we'll have more than 23% possession.
No, I totally agree. Yeah,
right. But I think we should start with this. Whether we change during the course of the game and go to a lineup that's similar to yours, I think that will be more. Just
before you flick it over, I think you're right. Like going on to, personally, we've held back, we've not necessarily played possession football as you'd like, but I think going away to Luton, personally as a fan, I know a lot of the away fans that are travelling up there, we've got a squad that's good enough to control that game from the first minute to the last minute, which is why I've got a bit of a different setup to you. But I totally agree. I think you could get caught under the cosh, as you didn't mention with the Forest game last season. That's a good point about how we approached the game, but we didn't win it. We probably tried to play possession too much. If you stick to what you know, we beat Brighton, we beat Chelsea. I don't think it's a bad call. I don't think it's a bad
call. Their first home
What do you guys think?
in the
Premier League,
it's going to be massive. It's going to be massive.
Here's mine. So it's a bit different to Sam's. I've stuck with Ariola in goal, Emerson, Ogbonna. So this is a bit of a talking point. I'm not the biggest lover of Aguilar. I think he's either top quality or quite unreliable. So this is the difference here. I think Ogbonna, we know what we get from him. He came in against Chelsea, funny enough, and I was a bit worried because Raheem Sterling was on it that game and he was quick, pacey, but he just sticks to what he knows, Ogbonna. We know that for a long time, and I just think, why change it? He's played 2 games. Brighton and Chelsea are arguably the 2 best teams. Not best team, but in terms of the first few games, you wouldn't expect us to get 6 points from him. Trying to play out his camera. So I stuck with Bono. I don't see why not. I think he's solid. Him and Zuma have got experience as well. They've played together for a long time.
Yeah, I think Aguilar and Zuma have got their own special bond.
Yeah, they're French connection as well. That kind of culture. Yeah.
When Zuma was walking to training this morning, he said a little clip and he said, "I've been staying at his house." He's had nothing.
I saw that. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, no, I saw that. But yeah, I'm a big. Yeah, they've gone on holiday together. But I'm a big lover of Ogbonna. I think it's professional, and I wouldn't. I think Aguilar's certainly got a case. And we're not even mentioned Dinos yet. Mavropanos, he'll probably ease his way into the side at some point. Maybe Luton's the game for him to do that, but we don't underestimate him.
It could be.
And then in the midfield, so obviously Alvarez, he was rock solid in the week. Last week, I can't fault him really. He was so composed on the ball. Maybe gave the odd free kick away, but you got to fight for your life against Brighton, and Chelsea. You've got to do all you can to get 3 points. So I've been loving him so far. Yeah. James Ward-Prowse, I don't even have to say anything.
He's scoring.
I probably think he is. Me and you both stuck a bit of money on him to score on the weekend because he scored, I think, 4 and 4 out of the last games at the Amex or at Brighton in general. Yeah. I love this from Barry. This is exactly what I mean. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Aywhv will probably fill in, but I just thought, I can't knock him. He's just played so well in the last few weeks.
Yeah. In the last half hour and against Brighton, he was brilliant.
And they're quick sides as well. And the midfield. So again, obviously James Ward-Prowse Alvarez. I think that Paqueta flair, he's still physical. I think he's much better through the middle. And obviously Bowen on the right, Antonio up front. And then obviously on the left-hand side, dropping Ben Rama for Kudus. I mean, I say dropping, he came in, but he played really well, and I'm not going to knock him at all. But I think if you want to build someone's confidence up, I'm not trying to underplay Luton, but we've seen what Kudus can do. He scored that trick the last game for Ajax. I think it's a real good opportunity for him to hit the ground running. We've got tough games coming up. Even if we give him an hour, and then if he doesn't settle in well, we've got the likes of Ben Rama, Cornet, maybe Jay Lingson. We don't know what happens tomorrow. So that's my thoughts. I'm keen to hear what you guys think as well. What do you think? I want to hear some votes in the comments. Tom or Sam?
Michael says you've got JWP and Paqueta on the wrong side. I just think they'll.
Yeah, I think they'll just rotate.
He spent a lot of time on that left hand.
He pinged it over to Antonio, but yeah, I mean they'll probably rotate, wouldn't they, Michael? But keen to hear what you guys think.
Ken said about Kudus as a right-sided player. I think he can play anywhere along that front.
Yeah.
Up top, right wing, left wing. You ain't going to take Bowen out of the right hand side. I mean, apart from up top, I don't see Bowen on the left hand side. We don't really know with Kudus. We hear different things, don't we?
The goal, if you haven't seen his goal against Rangers, that came from the left, and that was a bullet. He ran down the line, shot across goal. So yeah, I mean, we've got a lovely midfield. I don't know if Kudus fits in at the moment. I'd like rather than the wing, but loving the line of formation. Cheers, Don. But yeah, that's kind of our predictions really. And talking to results now, obviously, we can probably take them lineups back off. But I think, I'm really hoping that. Go on, Sam, you can do that. Actually, I'm still not. I'm scratching the street, but I'm really hoping we get the 3 points. I think we haven't had a clean sheet this season yet. I'm dying to see that first clean sheet, but it's Luton away. Anything can happen. Do you know what I mean?
It can.
What's the score predictions?
Yeah. I'm confident we're going to win. We should have enough to go there and beat them. I think we'll win. They're going to score, mate.
That's the thing. We haven't kept a clean sheet yet. Keep Ogbonna in, and we'll keep a clean sheet. Mark my words right now. Keep Ogbonna in. No goals conceded.
I'm going to say 3-1 West Ham.
Oh, I'll take a 3-1 any day of the week. Yeah. I'm going to look back at. I think James Ward-Prowse to score a free kick, and I think we'll win. We'll win 2-0. I think we 1-0 up. I think we'll be a bit cagey. I think they'll put the pressure on us. I think we will ultimately sit back, but I think we'll catch them in a break and beat them 2-0.
I just wanted to.
What about everyone else in the comments? What do you think?
Go back on this one when the epic hash time. You're quite right. We knew that, but I think with Moyes, I don't think Moyes will care. I think he's so fixated on the Bowen and the Antonio thing. If he puts Kudus in the starting 11, which I think he won't, I think he'll bring him on. I think he'll put him on the left.
Yeah,
I do. I genuinely believe he.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But again, he's right. He hasn't played the left. I'm loving the results. I guess that's I mean, so far, no one's predicted us to lose. I don't think so. That's a good start. Everyone's in good spirits. And how can you not be? You look at last season, play 3-0 points. This season, we're absolutely flying. We've got just to mention as well, we're going to talk about the next 5 games, aren't we? But we've got some tough games coming up after, so this is a big one.
We have. We've got some big games. Let's jump into them. So straight after Luton next week, we've got City at home. We had a really bad run against. Well, it's had a really bad run against City. Like everyone does. Last season we had in first or second game, was it?
Yeah.
Lost 2 or 3-0. Haaland got his first couple goals, penalty. We'll do well to get anything out of that game. It's Pep's first one back after he broke his back as well, whatever it is, the operation. So he's going to be demanding excellence, especially after the Sheffield United performance. They got away with it, didn't they?
And that's the thing. You could look at Sheffield United and how they're set up, some maybe replicate it. I think for me, it's not about the result against City. Obviously, it's about how we play. If we turn up against City and we stick to the plan and we create, most importantly, create chances. I know they've got a rock solid defence. Even if the odd 1 or 2 chances, we just knock it about. I think that's the most important thing against City. You can't. He said the 8 he had. You can't really expect the result. But the game after that, obviously, what's Ken said here? So
he agreed with me. He said playing players in an unnatural position is what Moyes does all the time.
And they end up leaving.
Lucky
Kudus has got a 6-year contract. Then he'll have a 5+1. He's stuck.
Mr. Doofus, sorry to cut you off. Mr. Doofus, take the draw right now against City all day long.
All day long.
All day long.
Yeah.
All day long.
We've got a good memory about City, haven't we? And I don't know if Dad, if you're in the chat, we was in Lanzarote. It was just as City were becoming quite a big like presence, wasn't it? And
long time.
there was a couple in front of us in City shirts in the bar, and we beat them. Diafra, I think Moyes scored. Victor Moses scored.
Victor Moses.
That was a
great game.
Yeah.
We've actually had our fair share of massive pumpings against them.
Who hasn't?
Yeah. And we've had a few decent results against them.
It was there for Lanzini's absolute screamer. We got stuck in the snow, didn't we? Jesus Christ.
Oh, Luton away.
City away.
City away, not last season, the season before.
Yeah.
It was awful. Absolutely awful. Stuck in the snow. It was the one where Lanzini scored that beauty last second.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Manchester. 12% possession against Luton, you know it.
If it's 3-0, Mark, I'll have it. I'll have 1% if we win 3-0. Yeah, so I guess City, Liverpool away. I think it's actually City away, Liverpool at home. So I think Liverpool's at home. I think, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's
is it?
But I might be wrong. But Liverpool either way. If we're at home, we've done a fair few good results against them. Double check. I'm sure Liverpool. See what the chat said. I'm sure we've got Liverpool at home and City away. But in double check if it is.
Yeah, no, City at home, Liverpool away.
Oh, it is City. It's Liverpool away.
Yeah. If we actually look at this,
it's a good question. Who's our favourite player?
My favourite player of all time, Chewbacca's secret love child.
Love that name.
All time, currently my favourite player is probably Ogbonna, just for the longevity of the man, and he's just a legend.
Try to get my good books now.
Yeah, even though I didn't put him in my team, but that's only because I think what the team. I would put him more what I think the team will be.
Yeah. Yeah,
as opposed to probably what I would love. Mm-hmm. What I'd love is similar to yours.
Yeah.
But I think that's what it will be.
My favourite player. Well, it depends. I think growing up as a kid, obviously, I know Pyatt was only a one season wonder, but you can't hide away from the memories he gave us. But obviously, not favourite player. Yeah, he only played one season, didn't he? We left. I think favourite player of all time. I think I'm going to stick to my guns and say Mark Noble. Ever since I've watched West Ham, he was always knocking about. Gutted, we didn't win the Europa League with him, but probably a safe answer. Probably a safe answer.
Yeah.
Let's hope so, Ken. 4-0 thrashing against Luton would be unbelievable. Let's be honest, we'll take that.
Yeah.
Obviously, Lincoln away after that. I think, Sam, do you mind running a check on who Tottenham have got in the next round? Because we might.
Yeah, let's have a little look.
We've got Lincoln in the cup. If the chat can let us know, who have Tottenham got in the next round?
Who have Tottenham got in the next round of the Carabao Cup? Anyone know? If anyone knows, just pop it in the chat.
Yeah, if anyone knows. I don't know who it is. Totspur. Because we've got Lincoln. If sides like Lincoln are still in the competition, obviously Spurs have got to be there, haven't they? They've got to be there. But no, on a serious note, Lincoln away, I'd like to see the likes of Mavropanos get some minutes, Divine Mbamba, Maxwell Cornet. Obviously, these players are still well equipped to be at Lincoln away.
I mean, you saw the Chelsea team against Wimbledon last night.
Yeah.
Then they had to bring the big guns on to settle it. Mm-hmm. Crystal Palace the same as well. They played against Plymouth away. They were 2-0 down, and they scored like 3 in 5 minutes. They brought the big guns on. I think the quality of the Premier League players are getting more and more in comparison to the leagues below.
Yeah.
Well, just going back to Liverpool. just looking at our previous fixtures, because I've done Liverpool away. We lost 1-0.
Who are
Tottenham Hotspur.
That's quality. That is. I love that. That's. I'm keeping that on there for a while. Hotspur. Yeah, go on, mate. Carry on.
So the Liverpool. That was October last year. Nunes. I don't think it was that one.
What's that? Sorry, when we
Liverpool away.
Jared Bowen missed a penalty, didn't he?
Yeah. What was the one where we played really well? We should have beaten.
That was it. That was the Jared Bowen penalty. And then Flynn Downs played in the middle of the park. Always just chuck Flynn Downs in at the big games. Like
he did. Yeah. He did.
Good luck to him at Southampton. I hope he does well. He's basically a clone of Paul Prowse. Looking. So
Liverpool away, we're not picking up anything, are we? Let's be honest. We aren't.
We're playing good football, mate. If we play like we did against Brighton, there's no reason why we can't get a result. We're second in the league, mate.
Anfield.
We're going to get a draw against Liverpool, I reckon. We've won up in there. Nah, look, as I said, Liverpool, Man City, I just want to see a good performance. We've got a nice run in October and November, which we'll talk about in a few weeks. If we can just stick tight on Friday and get through that on 10 points, I'll be buzzing.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you want to talk about Sheffield United at home? So the Carlos Tevez... We're going to get the Carlos Tevez signs up for that one. We're going to get a kit on.
Definitely.
Let's hope we win
that. I think we'll beat. So let's just say points, right? Luton, City, Liverpool, Sheffield United. 4 games. Possible 12 points.
7 points.
7 points.
7 points.
I'm making a note of that.
7 points. It's optimistic, but you've got to be in there. You've got to be.
I'm going to say.
How many points from our next 4? Let us know.
I kind of like that number, 7 points.
7 points.
I'm going to go with it. 7 points. Luton, Sheffield.
Little quiz. Who's number 7 for West Ham? Put him on the spot. Massively.
You asking me?
Yeah.
James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, nice.
I thought he was asking in the chat.
No. Come on, just test you, mate. Right. Last little bit to wrap up. I think it's about, and Helen mentioned it earlier in the chat. If you're still sticking around, Helen, we're going to talk about the England setup. Not happy, are we? We are not happy. And
let's pop up the announcement by, and sorry, Tom, because Tom works for Sky.
This wasn't my idea, by the way. If any of my employers, any of them are watching right now, I did not choose this screenshot, and Sam can talk through it.
So the England squad in full. First of all, I just want to go straight to the funny bits. So you've got who we got? Let's go back. Jude Bellingham, Borussia Dortmund. Jordan Henderson, Liverpool. James Maddison, Leicester. Declan Rice, West Ham. Who else? You've got Harry Kane, Tottenham Hotspur.
Hotspur.
Southgate is a clown. Southgate is a clown. I don't know how. The big names in there that I look at and I think how is Maguire. How? You've got Jordan Henderson. Okay, it'd be not harsh, but
I wanted to say about this. I mean, this is what annoys me. So Henderson obviously plays for Aywhv, whatever you call it. Etifak, £100 million a bloody day, whatever they pay players at the moment. £700 a week, something stupid. You've got James Ward-Prowse banging in goals in the best team in the league. He's done it for years. I don't know how you can pick Henderson over James Ward-Prowse.
Calvin Phillips.
Robbery. Calvin Phillips over.
You've got James Ward-Prowse, right? And he's played at Southampton his whole career. Right?
Yeah.
He was Southampton were in Europe once, I think. Is that right? They had a really
good season. A long time with Tadic, a long time ago, yeah.
He's coming to a better team, and you've seen what he's capable of with the goal and a couple of assists over just literally over 3 games. 2 games.
Yeah.
I don't get Southgate. I don't get it. Bowen
got his favourites, hasn't he?
He's got his favourites. Yeah. Bowen and Ward-Prowse should be in that England squad. 100%. I might be biased, but Bowen was already in there. He didn't get in there because of how he was playing. I feel like he ended the season amazingly, right? That goal.
Yeah. Couldn't have been any better if he tried.
Couldn't have ended it any better if he tried. Yeah. He started the season brilliantly.
Great goal against Bournemouth.
And then you've got people like Phillips in the squad.
Do you know what he said about
Eddie Nketiah?
I mean, I'm not obviously a Villa fan, but Ollie Watkins. I mean, how has he not been called up? That's a robbery. But I saw something in the week on TalkSport about how Jared Bowen's joined the Riyad Mahrez and Salah. What do you call it
Club,
yeah, because he pinned one from 50 yards, dead balled it, and buried it. So the fact that he's not been called up is an absolute robbery. And James Ward-Prowse, that's just really hope he gets it. And another thing that kind of just springs to mind, West Ham related, is how when Jesse Lingard was at West Ham, we got him in that England side. Like we got him in the England side, and then he went to Forest and just. But you know what? I don't want him tomorrow. I think the free agent deadline's a bit later, but I just think there's a lot going on.
You putting your neck on the line. You don't want Jesse.
No, I don't want him. I think there's so much positivity going through the club right now. I can see it when he comes back. The boos. I'm just not for it, mate. I'm just not for it. But
I can see your point. But
if he scores that trick in his debut, then maybe I think otherwise.
There would be a boost. You're right. There'll be boost, but it could be very quickly put to bed. It could. It could. Declan Rice, West Ham. I didn't write this up, Robert. I didn't write this up.
Just one more thing before we wrap up on the Declan Rice to West Ham thing, actually. I've seen a lot of people talking in the week about how, someone on TalkSport said we're better without him. I don't think that's true, but I think we've really invested well. And going back to the deadline day point, I think we arguably, I know we're only 3 games in, but I'm looking at the stature of these players. I'm looking at the physicality. I'm looking at the flair, all of it. I think we've done really well, and then I think we've really done
same money. Declan Rice traded for James Ward-Prowse.
We've got money to spend still.
Edson Alvarez and Kudus.
And Mavropanos.
Mavropanos, obviously, probably put a bit more. But I think, obviously, we put a TikTok up today saying about Rice holding Soucek back. That's not necessarily saying Rice was a burden. We're just sort of saying because Rice's role had changed so much. Let me just take this, Tomo. That one there, gosh.
You put anyone above.
So because Rice's role changed so much, and he improved massively as an attacking player as well as defensive. It was just the Rice show, if you like, and I feel like that then meant that Soucek was pushed back, and we was all saying Soucek out. Weren't we?
At the end
of last season, we were saying he's no good, but he started the season brilliantly. So I just think Declan Rice. It's an ongoing topic, and we won't talk. It'll keep coming up.
Yeah, well, of course it will.
Especially if we do well.
Yeah,
especially if we keep doing well, people are going to go, "Oh, he was holding us back." I don't think he was necessarily holding us back, but I feel like he then overshadowed a lot of players that, when he first come into the team, had a bigger status and were contributing more to the team.
Totally agree.
So
before we wrap up, let's talk about. Let's just make sure we whack our. The new episode live, just the thumbnail. Yeah, so we've just uploaded a new video just before this one. Sam, if you can whack the thumbnail on the screen, that'd be great, and we can just talk about. So what we've done is in the future episodes, we reviewed Brighton a bit, so that'll be good just to talk about our highlights and what we think went well, what we think we didn't do well, and obviously a little bit more of a Luton preview, similar to what we just went through, but a few more added bits and predictions and stuff like that. So definitely feel free to check it out and let us know. We want feedback. We're new to the YouTube stuff, so any feedback you guys have got, please let us know in the comments and then drop us a message on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook.
Definitely, if you think I'm a knobhead, just let me know. Not offended, it's fine. But he's a knobhead, so you ain't got to tell him that. But let me just bang this over.
Cheers. Yeah, I wasn't asking for that, but let us know. Subscribe, drop the like, notifications.
Telly's gone off, so it's got to be time to go.
It's time to go. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next week, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and bang the notifications on.
Right, let's end this podcast before we go. We're going to bang that video on, shall we?
Thank you, guys. See you soon.
Bosh.